You're listening to the Mata-Nui Weekly, Season 2, Episode 2 for the week of November 26th through December 3rd. For news, in the Kentoku Archipelago, a new rahi has been world-built, the Tapiri. These are little lizards with brown and gray patterning, somewhat spotty. Kulrik attempts to elope with his retainer Seigyo. Instead, he is sent as an ambassador for his clan to the factions on Odaiba. On their travels, they stop for lunch, talk about Seigyo's older twin, Jiyu, and have an afternoon sparring session. Kamari loses in her game of stones with Hogo Noshima. Tazera and Ayiwah talk about what will happen when they've docked. Ayiwah hints to having dirt side missions with displeasure, but looks forward to repairing the Yukkana. Vilda Tara was pruning a path when Ageru Toroshu arrived to enjoy the view. They broke into short conversation about the island and its landscape. Sorukatesu, who was practicing her punches in a training room, was interrupted by Tapiri of Menti. The two decide to have a practice bout, but fall into slight disagreement as to location. Daikura Koga and Vilda Soraf engage in psionic conversation on a veranda of Imperial Palace. Koga offers her dinner, and she accepts. The same evening they meet and begin to dine. Hogo Akone literally walked into Fursik Akimatai. They also begin a sparring match in the yards. Kore, the Fursik janitor who was spying on Koga and Soraf's discussion, was caught by Soraf. After a short reprimand, Kore became the Menti's personal spy in court. Ayako interviews and overviews the farms from a terrace on Odaiba. Komye makes a lightstone fixture in her smithy. Norti hires up her time machine and creates a beam of light in the sky. Datsue and Kora met with Reiko, the guardian of the Daikura Castle Tarakona on Odaiba. Vanika goes to school to teach as usual. In Kininui, the abettor tells JL those who used it did not possess it. Ignitus and JL think how to acquire a season chart and map for their journey. Echelon, having arrived into the darkness from his mess in Lewahi, arrives in Mangaya in time to hear the previous occupant's words with the abettor. However, he reveals himself when JL notices the silent figure with his Arthron, beginning what may become a very interesting fight. Tsukogu returns to the RBG, working on a new power of magnetism through electricity, but his meditations fail when thoughts of Hao and Krigata filter into his mind. Sivra kills a Rakshi on his way to Mangaya, gaining the title Rock Slayer. Kowahi. Zadron set his price at 4 million widgets for the job of killing Echelon. The company wants Echelon's Kanohi and staff as proof of assassination. Widgets and Taline learn the architectural plans for Ambaj's estate. In Tawahi, Vima and Tivanu talk to Orderin in the hospital after he wakes up, and later in the Lava Pool Inn, Vima works out who the mystery Gamatoran may have been with the help of Tivanu. After long discussion, they decide to leave Orderin to recuperate, heading for Gakoro to warn Akirihale of Serena's return. Iasmir joins the brawl on Vizok's side, attempting to tackle Lauren off the side of a building. However, Stralix saw the Skagti and called out a warning to his fellow guard. In quick succession, Iasmir barreled off the roof, and as the fight goes on, he pulls a hostage into the fray. Vezak got bored and left, and once the hostage was secured, so did Iasmir. Azlan searches for Kanohi Rao. George R.R. Martin works can be purchased at a Takoro bookshop, although they seem to fare poorly with the island's book clubs. The game of chess continues between Aureus and Sulov. Gawahi. Helios is led to the greenhouses to begin his work, along with a Gamatoran and Krutawa escort. Vale, Khosrow, and Volj return to the inn with Lojak and Theras. Oniwahi. Serena continues to search for Rhea. Rhea finishes talking to the Ageru about building a battle steamship, leaving them to begin the construction. Lewahi. Kewa offers Sivra a job designing weapon crafted as Forge, but Sivra declines and mentions his plot for revenge, and then leaves Lekoro for Kininui, where he becomes a rock slayer. Lewahi. Ryzen spoke with Kewa after Sivra's departure. Mera learns more about Eris's complex relationship with Echelon. Tuara and Co. make it safely to Lake Koro with the help of a Gakko Force airdrop. Matriksha applies for Lake Koro guard positions. In Powahi, Koro begins training barracks. Athiel and Co. head to an inn for sleep. Lux Saren is returned to Day and Melna in a very well-written post. Go read it now. Player and character awards are unable to be given out this week. Neither got 3 votes for one character or player, making none nominated. Next week, I hope to see some players and characters on the nomination board, as well as receiving a little time on air. Thank you for listening to the Mata-Nui Weekly. As always, any questions or comments can be directed by a PM to Kugi or left as a comment in the YouTube channel section below. Ciao for now!